Hey guys, Jason Library from Library Outdoors. So today I'm going to cover one of the most commonly asked questions that flows through social media, and that's how do you hang your decoys, or how do you rig your decoys in a pop-up shelter? So this is asked over and over again. There's a million ways to do this, that it is the best method that there is. So there's a few tools that I use in a combination to make this happen. The backbone of it all is really this wooden replacement broom handle. So this can be got at Fleet Farm, Menards, that kind of thing. So I think this is about an inch and an eighth or so. So that's really important to know the size of it as you rig these things up. So this will hang off of the ceiling. And how I do that is with these Otter hooks. You can choose other brands. I feel like these hooks are really good because they are closed a little bit more, if you can see here. So they're closed off a bit more. And if you look as I slide this rod into it, it fits it pretty tightly, where this hook cannot actually come out this way. One thing I do too is sometimes I will bend this in just a little bit to really lock it in, but so that is really a key thing there, because what that does is once this is hanging, basically it has to slide all the way out this way rather than pop out. So Otter hooks, wooden rod, that's where we're going to start. So the first step is hanging these hooks up. So I like to do one facing one direction, one facing the opposite. So again, it kind of locks it in. So you come over to these rods in the ceiling, and then you take your hook and you hook it around there. So hook it around. It's probably going to be hard to see, but you hook the Velcro around, and then you get it pretty tight. So hang that one up like that, and then you go to this side, hang up another one, so I already have one up there. Then you take your broomstick, you slide it in one way, so slide it in your first one, and it's going to get tight on the ceiling, which you want. So slide that in, then you come down here, you slide it down here, and then you slide your second one in. Okay, so now your rod is up there. Then you can look at your hole and see if it's actually centered. So you can adjust this now, which is a really nice thing. This allows you to adjust it the full length of these rods up here. So in general, that's probably about 3 feet of adjustment this way. So as long as you get your hole generally lined up with that, when you set up the shack, then you have a lot of adjustability to get it right where you want it. So you set those up. What's nice with this little bit longer broomstick is as you slide it in, this gets tight on the ceiling too, so it helps hold it in place. So then you kind of center it there how you want, and now you have a rod hanging from your ceiling. The next thing is you need to think about, how do I attach a decoy on there? So I'm all about adjustability. So what I did is I took one of these rattle reels by Rapala, and it obviously has rattle reel line on it and then a leader. So I run about an 18 to 24 inch leader on there. So I bought one of these, and I took the flexible arm off of it, which then exposes a threaded bushing here, which then I matched up with an eye bolt, and then that eye bolt actually lock nutted on too. So that gives you basically the reel for your decoy. So then I matched up a carabiner that'll fit through this eye bolt, slide down, and then this ID will fit onto the broomstick perfectly. So that's hooked up here. Obviously I have an attachment, a swivel, a snap for the decoy on here as well. So then you can take a decoy and attach it onto the leader. So that's hanging there. Okay. Then you take this assembly and you slide it onto your broomstick. So pull it off to one side, off of the hooks, or off of the one hook. Slide this on, and then you slide it back onto the hook. Okay, so that's your first one. What's nice here is these hooks will also hold these from sliding off into the water. So again, you have full adjustability now with this as well. So front to back, as I said, is adjustable through these outer clips, or these outer hooks. Side to side is adjustable basically on the rod itself, and up and down is adjustable through the rattle reel. So kind of a nice little feature there. So I will repeat that again with another one. So same assembly. This one has the pin set up for a live decoy. Okay. Then lastly, a lot of guys will use golf ball spinners, right? So this is a golf ball. So this is a golf ball for the spinner. I attached that onto the string, which is hooked onto like a hammer handle, kind of assembly. This one's made by Northern Crack. So if you want an easy, kind of convenient thing, is you can just order them through Northern Crack. Great company. I do add one little eye bolt onto the bottom, which is a little different, I think, than how he sells them. So I do that to basically, as I unthread this, that will keep the line right in the middle while it spins. So then you take that hammer handle assembly and then you attach that onto the clip for the ornament spinner or golf ball spinner. You can buy these on Amazon, or you can go through Northern Crack, or you can go through Clam. Then that whole assembly I attach also onto the same type of carabiner. So now we'll rig these up here as well. So we'll slide the pole over. Everything else is locked in. Slide this one on. So I like to go with that one in the middle. Slide the pin assembly on for live decoy if you have one. Slide those on, recenter the rod, and then that's the full rig right there. So there you go, you got the full adjustability. The rod itself adjustable front to back. Each of the rattle reels and the spinner adjustable side to side, however you want. You can also change which order you have them into. So that's pretty slick. And up and down, everything's adjustable, whether it's through the rattle reel or through the hammer handle assembly. That's all there too. Everything's really easy to change, very universal. So if you spear in 5 feet of water, or if you spear in 20 feet of water per se, this will work for all that. The same thing as I mentioned earlier, this will work in all sorts of different shacks as long as you're mindful where these rods are versus where you're going to have your spearing hole. So make sure to keep that in mind. Really easy to pack up too. Everything here is pretty small besides the broom handle, which you're already packing a spear, which is long as well, so just throw it in with your spear. Plus it's all really robust. I've had these things rigged up for probably 4 or 5 years now. The replacement handle that I have on here is probably close to 8 years old. No issues with it. So yeah, that's the setup. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, please like and subscribe. There'll be more video content coming soon. So thanks.